Greg McElroy's report that he could be considering coming back to football and coaching. Just what would that mean?
Well, I mean, he's one of the greatest to ever do it, and so he's earned the right to do what he wants. I think the best part about what Coach Saban's doing right now is that he's still involved in the game. He's growing the game. He brings passion to it. I enjoy when I get moments of, on a Saturday morning, maybe we got a night game, flipping on the TV and seeing not just him, but the whole group game day and all the different ways that they break things down. Having a chance to see him once in a while, you can just feel that, he still has that love for the game. And I think that, my sense is that in that he's enjoyed doing it in the capacity he's doing it right now. And but I think everyone who is close to him and I know from the fan base standpoint, can't help but want to him to be happy doing whatever he wants to do.
On the front row, then pass it over your shoulder, please.
Morning, Coach. Tony Reese, WTVM out of Columbus, Georgia. If I could get your moment to just talk about some East Alabama guys, Mal Waldrop, a newcomer, as well as older guys, Yanze Pierre and Red Morgan.
Yanze, is that what you said?
Yes,
yeah. Mal Waldrop has done a really good job this winter, spring, really getting stronger. He loves the weight room. And so a lot of room for growth there. He's taking advantage of that. He's just a worker. I love that about him. We knew he loved the Crimson Tide. He's got that in his family history. But I think he's really improved on his football and physicality in the spring and his footwork. So love the direction he's going. Yanze is a threat on the edge. He's long. He's got a great demeanor about him. He's explosive off the ball. He's just fun, pleasure to coach. He's really, I think, taken a lot of steps from a year ago where I was getting to know him more, really counting on him and a lot of confidence in him. And, Red Morgan, was thrown into action pretty much right out of the get-go. And, he's a corner, played nickel for us last year, very versatile that way, which is a great thing. It's a great tribute to him and his skill set. And so, love his mindset. And I think that's what you appreciate about all three of those guys. They love to work. They know they want to continue to get better. They know it's going to take action. And, I just appreciate all three of those and what they bring to the table on our football team.
Left side, back row.
Coach Dan Peck, ESPN 106.7 in Auburn. You decided to go with internal options to replace Jalen Milroe. Just the decision behind not pursuing a quarterback in the portal and instead evaluating guys that you have in the program already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just felt like anyone who was reaching out to us or that was there, you could really not make an argument that they were better than what we had. And that's just hopefully another level of confidence that we had some players in our program that we believe in, Ty, Austin, and then knowing Kalen was coming in too. And, the skill sets are there. There's inexperience, and that's probably what you would be gaining, I guess, if you brought someone in, would be some experience. But there's also growth to our offense. There's also a level of understanding. And, it's just a matter of honing in on the tools and the skill sets our guys have. I still feel like we made the right choice. And I think it sets it adds to and sets the direction of what you want your culture to be. And that's, if I just continue to stay the course, if I continue to just believe in the development I'm going to get from our coaching staff, that time will come, and Ty's the greatest example of that, is going into his fourth year right now. Just stay the course, just keep plugging away. And, I love all three of them, but there's reasons to root for each guy. Austin, traveled down here from Washington, so man, he's super close and someone I'm rooting for. Keelan, is the same genuine, authentic guy. So you want all three of them to have the success, but just a lot of feelings that we had what we needed, or that what probably better the way it's put it is that what we felt was out there really wasn't that much better than what we had, if at all.
Third row and then pass it over your shoulder.
Right here, Coach. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
Yeah, AP Stedham of AP As We See It. Coach, what are a few things you would like to see differently from your offense, your defense, and your special teams?
Yeah, I think offensively, it's just about being consistent. It's about having a run game. I think we're physical at times. It's now more about executing and just being able to count on a run game that can be consistent week in and week out. Because for us, whether you say the run game opens up the play action and the shots down the field or vice versa, I don't care. I just want us to be able to have the ability to do both, and they each work off of each other. We did a good job many times of taking care of the football, but the games we didn't were a lot of times the games we lost or moments that led to us losing. And so taking care of the football offensively would be huge. Defensively, I really want us to continue taking the football away. In the second half of the season, really it became kind of a contagious thing in a good way, where we took the football away. We held teams down. We didn't give up a lot of explosive plays. And so now what I would like to see us do, though, I'd like to see us get more tackles for losses, more pressure on the quarterback. Pressure that isn't about dialing up blitzes and bringing more people and putting guys on an island all the time. And so I think, we're working at that. That's development with their players. Special teams-wise, that's going to be the tricky one because how can we get better? I think we had a pretty good group. James Burnup's been the best punter I've ever had. And so replacing him, I think we got a couple options that are good options. Long snapper, Nealon Hibbett was super consistent. We've brought in some guys. We have some guys in the program that I think will do a good job. And then at kicker, we have some options there. Connor Talty. We went and got Graham Nicholson a year ago. We just felt like Connor wasn't quite ready, had the potential. I appreciate him sticking it out. And he's really taking that next step with his consistency. He's got a strong enough leg. I think getting some experience in the kickoff world helped him feel better about everything as well.
Middle, second row, please.
Gavin Baxley, ESPN, the ticket out of Montgomery. Coach, obviously there's a lot of star power and talent with this team. I think of one person who's not here with Ryan Williams. When you can only bring 3 people to an event like this, what goes into that decision-making process on who to bring? Yeah,
I think you're looking for your productive players. There's different elements and reasons for it all. Looking for, like, a lot of our guys have some of the most experience in our program. Fifth year senior. Proctor's been here 3 years. So I think Caden probably being the least amount kind of justifying it. Just he's got a great story, got a great journey. I think he represents what our offensive line is trying to do and trying to build on. He's seen Booker last year, take that position as a leadership role, and Caden, along with Parker Brailsford, has done an amazing job. Jaden Roberts, I wanted to bring an offensive lineman that could kind of represent that group because I think that's one of the most important groups in our team, and we want to continue to see that growth. And Caden, I think, has a great story, has a great way of telling the story, and represents us well.
In the back on the right.
Coach Harrison Marino, UJSports.com. Obviously, I know this is going to be your second time playing. This is going to be the first time against Georgia in 10 years. What is your view on that matchup, and I guess what is your thoughts on competing against Coach Smart again the second time?
Yeah, playing Georgia. What was the part about 10 years?
First time Alabama goes to Athens in 10 years.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that, actually, so that's good. Last year's game, first game of the SEC schedule, going to be the same this year. Just craziness back and forth. A lot of respect for Coach Smart and everything he's done. And it's about what he's done as a head coach, winning national championships. But obviously with our program, he's poured a lot into making the success of this program what it is today as well. And so there's appreciation that way. But a lot of respect. And you saw a fight in a team a year ago that was on the road that wouldn't go away. And, I think that's always representative of your leadership. And so We know that going on the road, playing in an environment I've never been a part of, but one that I've heard a lot about, and we know it's going to be a really tough task. And it's the first, again, game in the SEC. I want to make sure we take care of business leading up to that game, where that game, it's going to matter either way, but where it's got the hype around it, and it's backed up by results beforehand with our first 3 games that we have before that week.
Left side, back row.
Hey, Kalen, Jordan Hill, Dogs 24/7. I was actually going to ask you about that Georgia game last year. What was that experience like on the sideline as a coach? And does any other game come to mind that you've been a part of where the momentum swings were just so drastic between the two teams?
Mm-hmm. I don't know to that, like those momentum swings were, like you said, drastic. And so I don't think I've ever been a part of one where you were that far in the lead, or even if I was that far behind and the gap closed like it did. But that, I think, is indicative of what you got to do playing 4 quarters here in the SEC. There's a lot of great teams that are going to bring it, and that was certainly one that we had to battle. But I think that there's going to be things we take from that game that we'll always be able to draw on, as far as, you talk about experiences or call them lessons when you lose, but there's also ones where you just kept fighting, you kept playing. Things weren't going your way. It didn't matter. Just line up and play the next play. That happened in the 3rd and 4th quarter, and it happened obviously at the end of the game where we finally came through and made the last plays that were needed to win.
Left side, 3rd row.
Chrissy Freud, USA Today. What do you see from Ty Simpson mentally and mechanically? And outside of that veteran presence you named, what does he have that maybe the other quarterbacks don't have?
Mechanically, he's pretty tight with everything. Does a nice job, throws a really catchable ball. I think that's one of the things as a quarterback, right? You got to be making the right reads and all that, but your footwork and all that. He can extend plays. I think all 3 of our quarterbacks can do that, but Ty is an accurate passer. He throws a catchable ball, and I think that's so key. Whether it's down the field, whether it's crossing routes, quick outs, comebacks. He throws a catchable ball, one that's easy to receive as a receiver. And you can throw it hard, you can throw it soft, and it doesn't mean it's always easy to catch. And so he does that. I think from a mentality standpoint, I really like the growth that I've seen where he just doesn't overanalyze. He doesn't, he's just being able to have the mindset of moving on, just trying to instill that, do what you do, and that's going to be enough. You don't need to try to do too much. And I think he's really operating and doing those type of things, believing in his skill set, believing in the guys around him.
2nd row, right side.
Good morning, Coach. Michael Giddens, War Report, Auburn. Second year in the SEC. Can you talk about what your biggest learnings were from year 1 as a coach in this conference? And with Coach Saban staying close to the program, what's the biggest piece of advice he's given you that you feel like maybe has helped propel you forward?
Well, I feel like the things from Coach Saban are always the things that I took from afar over many years, and it's just like focused on the process, right? It's all over our building still to this day. It's easy to believe in it because, I saw it from afar. I've had my own success from afar, just focusing on the daily work and, not getting caught up in the results. I think those are some of the things that are instilled in our program, some of the things he would say to this day that he would tell me if I asked him that question. It's just, I think from the SEC standpoint, it's just knowing that every weekend you gotta bring your A game. You gotta be your best. Anyone can beat each other on any given Saturday, and so there's breaks that you can go your way or not go your way. You got to overcome. There's injuries that are going to happen. You got to overcome, and no one's going to really care at the end, right? What the justification was or why this happened. What really matters is that you found a way to win on Saturday.
Coach, thank you very much for your time. We wish you
Thank you.
had time for everybody out there. Thank you.